Hey guys, Jeremy again, and a few more things to add to the list of things that can help us all becoming a web developer. First up, we have MDN Web Docs, which is Mozilla Developer Network Web Docs. So if you just type in MDN Web Docs into Google, it'll show up right here: web technologies, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, web development. Again, they have a GitHub, there's a Wikipedia about it, they have a Twitter, and these are from the creators of Mozilla Firefox, which I use. Which ever since they released Quantum Update, I've really liked using Firefox, so. But MDM Web Docs is web documentation from developers of the Mozilla Development Network. They have blogs. You can search the docs, web development tracks, developer tools. What the developer tools are. So they have core tools, which every web browser has developer tools in them. Web console, page and structure, JavaScript debugger, the monitor, performance tools, responsive design model. So there's some of the tools. Technologies, they have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, graphics, HTTP, APIs, the DOM, browser extensions, and MathML. So let's check out HTML. It basically gives a brief overview and definition of what HTML is, along with tutorials, references, and the introduction. So HTML, hypertext markup language, is the most basic building block of the web. It describes and defines the content of a web page along with the basic layout of the web page. Other technologies besides HTML are generally used to describe a web page's appearance or presentation, such as CSS, cascading style sheets, or the functionality / behavior, JavaScript. So like I said before, HTML is the basic text of a web page, while CSS adds to it and makes it prettier, converts the sizes, does all that. And if you want it to do something, you would use JavaScript. Hypertext refers to links that connect web pages to one another, either within a single website or between websites. Links are a fundamental aspect of the web. By uploading content to the internet and linking it to pages created by other people, you become an active participant in the World Wide Web. So, and that's part of HTML, is uploading videos, photos, links, clickable links, and all that. Then they have tutorials, HTML learning area. They have definitions, the different... Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Pretty sure I can type in HTML tags. So here, and you can basically search up anything you want to know about it. Oh, hold on. Alright, well, I can't find it, but in HTML, a tag is used for creating an element. The name of an HTML element is the name used in an angle bracket, such as P for paragraph, or also the H1 through H6, which are the headers, H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest font. Note that the end tag's name is preceded by a slash character to close it off, and in that empty elements, the end tag is neither required nor allowed. If attributes are not mentioned, default values are used in each case. So that's the brief overview over HTML. Then they have the same thing for CSS, cascading style sheets, JavaScript, graphics, hypertext protocol, APIs, DOM. Then they have references and guides, the web development. This is a brief overview of where to start, and this is completely free. It's the Mozilla Development Network, where developers keep all their, documentation and everything. So they talk about Git, GitHub. So MDN, you can just Google MDN Web Docs Mozilla Development Network. This is this, and there is a ton of different topics here that you can find information on, which is another thing I wanted to talk about. You have github.com, which I have an account, but I'm not going to sign in, where it is basically right here. GitHub is a development platform inspired by the way you work. From open source to business, you can host and review code, manage products, and build software alongside millions of other developers. So, hold on, I'll sign in real quick. So basically, yeah, so I've done a few. So basically, a repository is when you complete a project, you can upload it basically to GitHub and you can make it public, private, and there are, I would say, hundreds or thousands of other developers on here that can see your code and look at it. And it's usually a good practice to keep a GitHub, use it as that, but the tutorial repository that they made you keep, it was this one. It was just a basic one, Hello World tutorial repository. And that was the basic stuff it said to say. So, excuse me. So in Explorer, you can search up other people's codes. You can search up other people. People usually say what their GitHub account names are, and it's a really good place to store your code. And companies use this as a I forget what the technical term is, but they upload their work here so other people can pull request it, so they can add to it and make changes to it and then send it back. It's really a lot of people use it. Then I wanted to talk about, not this one, Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is another good one where developers learn. So Stack Overflow is basically, I want to say it's like a Reddit for questions, basically. But this is the biggest website that I know of where everyone comes to have questions answered or to help answer questions. So they have a job section tag. So if you're looking for a specific kind, you can go to JavaScript, Java, C#, PHP, HTML, jQuery, Python, Android, and all of these other ones. So if you're specializing in something, you can just type in, oh, I'm a front-end web engineer, so you can type in JavaScript, go to that. You can go to questions. I have a little job list right here, and then questions. It's all these different questions that people ask, and a lot of them are mostly intermediate to experienced, but as a beginner, I find it fun to look into the world of being an experienced developer, so you can see what they're doing. But so that's Stack Overflow. So really, a lot of people use it. Almost 16 million questions asked. So that's that. Then we have W3 Schools, which I think, yeah, the world's largest web developer site. I think these guys are the people that make the standards of HTML. It might be all of them, but that's all I've heard, so I don't know. But it's basically just like the MDN Mozilla Developer Network. So they have, and it's basically another free course where you can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, PHP, Bootstrap. They have how-tos, CSS, Angular, which is a framework for JavaScript, XML. And it's basically just another free source that we have available to us to use to help us learn on the path. We have the editors, the basics, elements, attributes. All of this is just HTML, and it's all free, and we all can use it. That's just HTML. So this is another website that you can learn to use to help you on your path. So there's a few more tools that we can all use. I figured I'd just pop in, tell you about this. We got web building. So basically they can help you with, if you're wanting to build a website and you have no design experience or don't know how to, or you just don't like the way yours is turning and looking, they have different templates that you can learn. You can try it yourself, you can demo them. There's so much information on all of these websites that we can all use. So, just wanting to put that out there. So, Thanks for dropping by. If you like the video, drop a like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.